My child, stop right here. Don't rush. Don't scroll. Don't let your fingers move faster than your heart. I am stepping into your day, into your thoughts, into your atmosphere, and I am asking for something small and holy. Give me 60 seconds, not your whole day, not your whole week, just your breath, just this moment, just this minute I have aligned for you. This is not random. It is not accidental. Heaven arranged this exact pause at the lip of your spiral because the spiral was about to choose for you. I know what is trying to lead you. Panic is trying to become your prophet. Bills are trying to become your identity. Numbers are trying to rename you. Due dates are trying to dictate your worth, and dread is auditioning for the role of your shepherd. Not today. Not in this minute. Not while I am here with you. I am interrupting the forecast in your mind that only predicts storms. I am interrupting the rush that tells you to act before you think, to spend before you plan, to hide before you ask for help. Stop. Breathe. Be still with me for 60 heartbeats. I am not asking this to control you, but to protect what I am bringing to you. I will not hype you with lottery promises. I will not sell you a fantasy wrapped in a verse you cannot feel. I am your stabilizing presence. I am the hand on your back, the calm in your chest, the voice that does not shout over you but steadies you from within. You will not be crushed. Hear me again. You will not be crushed. Pressure is real, but it is not your ruler. Fear is loud, but it is not your leader. Let peace, my peace, walk back into the room and take the panic's microphone away. Give me your attention, just this minute. Put your worry down like a heavy bag, just long enough to notice that I am closer than your breath. Inhale with me, exhale with me. With every breath, I am lowering the volume on the sirens in your head. With every exhale, I am loosening the grip of the story that says, you are only as safe as your bank balance. You are not your invoices. You are not your past due notice. You are my beloved child, and I am here. Let me hold the moment with you. Let me slow the clock that feels like it is hunting you. If panic writes the next line of your day, it will spend what you do not have and promise what it cannot keep. But if peace goes first, wisdom will follow it, and provision will find you in order, not in chaos. So pause, stay, trust this interruption I designed. This minute is your shelter. This minute is me, protecting your next decision so your future does not have to recover from today's fear. Stay with me 60 seconds, and know you will not be crushed. My child, look at me. I see the numbers you don't want to see. I saw you open the calculator at midnight, punching in totals with your thumb while the room was dark and your chest was loud. I saw the overdraft alert hit your phone and the way your stomach clenched on impact. I saw the stack of unopened mail on the counter, envelopes like small, silent alarms, and I saw the way you moved them from one corner to another, hoping the weight would change. I saw the email subject lines you refused to tap because you already knew what they would ask. I saw the mental math you do in the shower, rent, groceries, gas, the payment you delayed last month, the favor you don't want to ask again. I saw the quiet shame that flushed your face when a card stuttered, the practiced smile you used to make it seem like nothing, the laugh that covered the tremble in your hand. I know how you have been carrying this. I know the stories you tell yourself to make it through the day, and I know the silence after the stories end. Hear me with tenderness. You weren't faithless. You were overwhelmed. You weren't ignoring me. You were trying to survive. You weren't refusing wisdom. You were bracing against the next hit. I am not here to accuse you. I am here to gather you. I am not offended by your coping. I understand why your heart built quick shelters in a storm. I saw the private bargains, skip this, stretch that, we'll make it to Friday somehow. I saw you swallow the ask because embarrassment felt heavier than the bill. I saw you try to be the strong one for everyone else, Then sit alone, certain that no one could help and afraid that asking would change how they see you. You have been tired, but not just tired, body tired and soul tired, the kind where your eyes sting and your jaw stays tight even when you sleep, the kind where you say, "I'm fine," while your stomach knots into a fist, the kind where you wake at 3 a.m., open the banking app, then close it before the page loads because your heart can't take one more jolt, the kind where your smile is public and your panic is private, where you stand tall in the day and curl small at night. I saw it. I felt the strain in your breath. I was in the room when you counted coins and courage in the same shaky palm. My child, come out of hiding. Bring the envelopes into the light with me. Open the app while I hold your hand. Information is not a verdict. It is a doorway. The numbers do not name you. They simply tell us where we will begin. I will not let the digits on a screen declare your destiny. I will sit with you as you look, and I will be your steadiness when your body wants to run. You do not have to pretend with me. Your fear is seen. Your heart is safe. Your worth has never been on trial here. Before provision comes strategy, and before strategy comes peace. Let me settle you first. Let your shoulders drop. Unclench your jaw. Breathe with me until your inner noise lowers and your discernment returns. Peace first, because panic makes expensive choices. Then wisdom, clear, simple, kind steps. I am not far, and your provision is not out of reach. Stay with me, and you will feel your courage return. Stay with me, and we will face the numbers together. Then move, slow, steady, guided. My child, peace first. Hear me. Peace is not a trophy you get after money arrives. Peace is the doorway you walk through to find the wisdom that brings provision within reach. If I can quiet the panic, I can restore your discernment, because peace is how you re-enter wisdom. So right now, again, stop, breathe, unclench your jaw, release your shoulders, come back to me. Let the room be what it is, and let me be who I am for you in it, not the siren in your head, not the flashing numbers, me. Panic has been trying to pasture you. Panic spends fast and thinks slow. Panic borrows on impulse, signs things you didn't read, pays 3 times for the same fear with interest you can't afford. Panic avoids the email until fees stack. Panic picks fights at home to release pressure, then leaves you lonelier and more afraid. Panic doom scrolls through quick fixes at 1 a.m., promising rescue without responsibility, leaving you emptier by sunrise. Panic tells you movement equals progress. So you run in circles, tap the same app 10 times, add and remove the same items from a cart, text the same "I'm fine" while your chest burns. My child, I am not shaming you. Listen to my protection in this. Panic makes expensive choices. Stillness with me is not control. It is a guardrail at the edge of a cliff. Not because I demand your attention to prove my power, but because I am guarding you from a decision you will regret. I am keeping you from the signature that would siphon your tomorrow, from the argument that would fracture your safe places, from the purchase that would soothe for an hour and steal for a year. Let peace stand at the door. Let wisdom, not adrenaline, lead you out. Here is our 60-second practice. Use it now and as many times as you need today. Inhale with me for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. Again, feel your body return to you. With your next exhale, pray one sentence out loud. God, I yield my panic. You are my peace and my plan. Say it again if your chest still tightens. Say it until your shoulders drop. Then choose one next right action, only one. Open the app and look at the actual total, or write the 3 numbers you fear on paper, or send one honest email to request a payment plan, or move the purchase from buy now to save for later, or set a 15-minute timer and list your fixed bills. One action, not all of them. One step, not the whole staircase. Do this cycle whenever the rush rises. Breathe, pray one sentence, take one right action. Peace first, then wisdom. Wisdom, then provision. When you do this, you will feel your mind clear like a window wiped clean. You will notice options you couldn't see when fear was fogging the glass. You will remember resources, connections, and strengths that panic hid from you. You will stop paying penalties to anxiety and start harvesting guidance from my presence. I am here, steady and near. Let my peace be the first move. Let us choose what future you will thank you for. Breathe. Unclench your jaw. Release your shoulders. Come back to me. My child, listen. Your life has been noisy, and it is not just about money. The notifications ping before the sun is warm on your window. The comparison climbs in through your feed. Other people's highlight reels marching past your eyes, while your private struggle sits unposted. The fear headlines blare a drumbeat of disaster. Family expectations press on your chest. Be the provider, be the peacemaker, be available, fix it now. And beneath it all, the critic inside you whispers relentlessly, too late, too little, too much, not enough. Noise on your screen, noise in your home, noise in your bloodstream. It has been draining you drop by drop, not with one loud theft, but with a quiet siphon. You didn't walk away from me loudly. You drifted quietly, not with a slammed door, but with a slow fade. One missed moment of prayer because you were exhausted. One day of survival where breathing felt like a task. One night where the blue light kept your mind spinning while your spirit shrank back. You told yourself, tomorrow I will sit with God, and tomorrow found you already running. You weren't rebelling, you were bracing. You weren't ignoring me, you were numbing yourself enough to function. Survival is not a sin. I saw why you chose it. But survival without me becomes a tunnel with no windows. Hear me with kindness. Numbness promised you relief, and for a moment it delivered. It lowered the spikes of panic by lowering all the signals at once. But when feeling goes dim, guidance goes quiet too. When your nervous system is flooded, options hide in the fog. When shame sits in the room, your mouth forgets how to ask for help. You cannot see creative solutions while your inner alarms are screaming. You cannot receive a wise no or a gentle not yet when your heart is clamped shut. Numbness kept the pain from peaking, but it also kept opportunities from landing. You were not faithless. You were overwhelmed. You shut down because you were protecting yourself. I do not despise your armor, my child, but I am inviting you to set it down and come back into feeling, come back into presence with me. Let me quiet the room inside you. Silence with me is not emptiness, it is oxygen. It is the place where your breath lengthens, your shoulders release, and your mind stops scanning for threats, long enough to notice doors that are already opening. Let me hush the external noise. Turn the phone face down for 5 minutes, step outside and feel the air on your skin. Drive without sound and hear your own heart. Leave one group chat unread until after we meet. Let me hush the internal noise. Tell the critic to rest. Remind the fear that I am here. Let your soul feel safe enough to be honest. In this stillness, your discernment will return like power to a room after a blackout. You will remember who to call, what to postpone, where to trim, and where to invest your attention. You will feel the difference between urgency and importance. You will sense my nudge and trust it again. Now that you are here with me, I am going to give you a roadmap. Peace first, wisdom next, then provision. We will not let panic or noise dictate your choices. We will move with clarity, not adrenaline. Stay close. I am bringing your mind back to you, your courage back to you, your options back into view. My child, now that your breath has slowed and clarity is returning, wisdom next. Hear me. Trusting me does not mean ignoring reality. It means facing reality with me beside you. Faith is not closing your eyes and hoping the bill disappears. Faith is opening your eyes with my hand in yours and letting peace lead you through a plan. Panic imagines monsters. Wisdom names what is actually there. We will name it together, and naming will shrink it to the size we can move. In the next 24 hours, we are going to trade vague dread for a clear map. Sit down with paper or an open note, simple, visible, honest. Write every bill you can think of, not a guess. The actual name, the due date, the minimum payment, and what happens if it is late. Rent or mortgage, utilities by name, insurance, transportation costs, phone, internet, debt payments, childcare, subscriptions. If a number is unknown, open the app or email while I hold you steady and find it. Do not predict, confirm. Do not fear the consequence. Note it. Information is not your enemy. Confusion is. When you can see the whole field, you can move wisely on it. Now protect the basics first. Shelter, utilities, food, transportation to work. These are your anchors. Ask yourself, what keeps a roof over me? What keeps the lights and heat on? What feeds me simply? What gets me to the place income comes from? Circle those. They stand at the front of the line. Fancy can wait. Image can wait. Even some obligations can be negotiated. But we secure the anchors because they keep you stable enough to advance. Next, the one hard phone call. Before you miss a payment, ask for a plan. Do it today, not next week. Call the landlord, the utility, the lender, the card, the medical office, whichever is soonest and heaviest, and say with calm honesty, I want to stay current. I'm experiencing a short-term hardship. What options do you have for extensions, payment plans, or late fee waivers? If they say no, ask again, who can authorize a hardship plan? If the first person cannot help, call back. Dignity does not decrease when you ask. It increases when you advocate wisely. Make one call. If strength remains, make two, but one is holy. Stop the leak today. Choose one subscription, one delivery habit, one auto-renew you do not need this month, and pause it. Not forever, today. Create one small space of breathing room immediately. Move a non-essential item from automatic to manual. Unlink a saved card that makes impulse easy. Set a spending freeze on categories that soothe for an hour and steal for a month. Small valves save big pressure. Finally, choose one income-facing action. Send one invoice or reminder. Message one client or manager to ask for an extra shift or a timeline update. List one item you no longer use for sale. Schedule one 30-minute block to apply for one opportunity that aligns with your skills. One step, then rest. Let peace set the pace. This is your next 24 hours. List with accuracy, prioritize anchors, make the hard call, stop one leak, take one income step. When the plan is on paper, your mind will stop sprinting because the path is visible. This is how faith becomes steady. One obedient, ordinary step aligned with my presence. And now that you have a map, I will address the shame that kept you frozen, because I will not let your heart sabotage what your wisdom just planned. My child, hear me with the tenderness your soul needs. I am not shaming you. I am pulling you out of hiding. Shame made a cave and told you it was safer there. Shame taught you to keep your eyes down, your voice low, your needs invisible. But I am stepping into that cave with light in my hands. Stop right here. Don't shrink. Don't apologize for breathing. Lift your chin and look at me. I did not enter to accuse you. I entered to bring you out. You have been carrying scripts that were never written by my heart. You think you're behind because you're broken. You think you're struggling because you're not chosen. You believe your life is the exception to goodness, that somehow grace works for everyone else but checks your file twice and sighs. No, those are old lies wearing new voices. Hear me. You are not your credit score. You are not your balance due. You are not your last impulse or your last mistake or your family's opinions about how you should be further by now. You are my child, fully seen, fully loved, fully claimed. I know how many times you rehearsed failure in your head before the day even started. I saw it. I am not agreeing with it. Let me speak to the things you wish you could undo. The late-night clicks that promised comfort and delivered clutter. The moments you tried to keep up so you wouldn't feel left out. And the receipt that felt like a bruise the next morning. The way you gave until you were empty because generosity felt holier than boundaries. And you didn't know you were allowed to keep some oil in your lamp. The emergencies you didn't choose. Job shifts, medical bills, car trouble. A broken promise that knocked the wind out of your budget. The months you hid envelopes in a drawer because looking felt like drowning. I saw every moment. I understand the ache beneath each decision. Understanding is not permission to stay stuck, but it is the reason you are not condemned. Confession with me is not punishment, it is release. Bring me sentences, not excuses. I overspent to numb. I avoided the bill because I was afraid. I helped beyond wisdom because I wanted to belong. I didn't know, and I am learning. Say it out loud if you can. Write it if your voice shakes. Naming the truth does not grow your guilt. It shrinks your fear. When the truth gets air, shame loses its grip, and clarity returns like light through a window you finally opened. I will not weaponize your honesty. I will hold it, heal it, and teach you through it. Let me reset your name in your own mouth. Say with me, I am my Father's child. I am not disqualified. I am teachable. I am trusted with solutions. I can repair with wisdom what fear unraveled. This is who you are. You will not walk into the next room as a beggar. You will walk as a builder, steady, guided, loved. Your dignity is not on layaway. It is yours now. Come out of hiding in practical ways. Tell one safe person, I am facing this with a plan. Will you stand with me? Bring your partner or your friend into the light with you. Delete the secret stash of receipts that you kept as a private punishment. Replace it with the plan we wrote. Ask for accountability that feels like care, not surveillance. Humility here is not humiliation, it is oxygen. It will make the room inside you livable again. I am not shaming you. I am shepherding you. I am not dragging you. I am leading you. Your past decisions are not your chains. They are your classroom. We will learn, adjust, and move. And as we move, I will show you something you need to know for your peace. Now I will show you why some doors closed and why it was protection, not rejection. My child, here is the truth beneath the ache. What felt like a setback may have been me, preventing a deeper collapse and preserving your future. Not punishment, protection. Hear me say it until it settles, not rejection, protection. I know the sting you felt when an offer dried up at the last minute, when hours were cut without warning, when an unexpected expense hit like a wave that knocked you to your knees. You asked, why now? Why this? I was there. I saw your hands on your face. I counted the breaths you took to stop the shaking, and I also saw the road you did not step onto, the trap you did not see, the entanglement you narrowly missed. That job you almost took, the one that promised quick relief and constant overtime, look again. The culture would have hollowed your spirit. The schedule would have swallowed your home. The pay that looked bigger would have required costs you couldn't sustain. Commute, childcare misalignment, health that would have frayed, a manager whose praise was performance-based and brittle. The door did not close to embarrass you. It closed to spare you from weeks of waking with dread and months of scrambling to undo a contract that called your time but starved your purpose. Not punishment, protection. Those reduced hours that felt like a verdict. I saw your budgets shiver. But I also saw the burn rate you were on, the mistakes people make when their bodies are running on fumes, the expensive errors that come from exhaustion. The slowdown created space to rework your plan, to make the calls, to see opportunities you would have sprinted past. I know it didn't feel like a gift. Many protections don't feel like gifts at the door. They reveal themselves as gifts down the hall. That relationship that strained when money got tight. I know the grief, the comments that cut, the silence that followed. But watch what I spared you from. Binding your future to someone who spends your peace faster than they spend their paycheck, who loves you but refuses wisdom, who would have made you choose between honesty and harmony every month. A closed door is mercy in disguise when shared life would have meant shared chaos. Remember the purchase you almost made at midnight, cart full, finger hovering? The glitch that annoyed you saved you from fees you didn't see, from a cycle that would have turned just this once into, how did this grow so large? Recall the contract you didn't sign because something in you hesitated. That something was me showing you the hidden clause, the penalty period, the tight net that would have caught more than you intended to give. The apartment you wanted but lost, mold behind the paint, and neighbors who would have kept your nervous system on high alert. The move you didn't rush into. 6 weeks later, the neighborhood changed. The commute doubled. The rent spiked. You call it bad luck. I call it a quiet rescue. I do not play with your life. I protect it. I am not random. I am precise. Provision is not only money in hand. It is also cliffs you never fall from, signatures you never give, debts you never enter, ties you never have to untie. I provide through timing that reroutes you, through people who make space for you, through policies that open exceptions, through strategy that multiplies what you already carry, through new work that aligns with how I made you, through quiet favor that meets you when you ask with dignity. I am not promising instant wealth. I am promising present guidance and clean paths. Lift your head. If a door closed, ask me, what did you spare me from? And then, where is the door you are opening? I will answer. I will show you options that honor your peace. I will bring clarity to your yes and firmness to your no. This is how I keep you, by steering you as well as supplying you, by guiding your steps as well as filling your hands. Now breathe with me. Release the bitterness. Thank me for rescues you only half understand. And listen, I will teach you how I provide, often through partnership, not panic. We will move together, and what you thought was a dead end will become a protected path into the next good thing. My child, listen closely. I provide through partnership, not panic, not magical thinking that pretends problems vanish if you ignore them, and not hopeless realism that declares there is no help and no change. I can do what you cannot, and I will guide what you can. I open doors you cannot force. I also ask you to walk through the doors I open. I rearrange timing. You show up on time. I soften hearts. You make the call. I give ideas. You write them down and test one. When we move like this, me revealing, you responding, provision arrives clean, steady, and on schedule for your life. These are the channels I love to use. Work opportunities, shifts added, projects extended, a side assignment that fits your capacity, a client returning because your integrity stayed intact. Skill growth, a free course you find, a mentor conversation that shortens your learning curve. One practice each day that raises your value quietly until doors start calling your name. Community help, a friend who offers childcare for a week so you can take extra hours, a neighbor who shares a ride to cut a cost, a community pantry that bridges the gap without branding you with lack. Negotiated terms, payment plans, fee waivers, deadline extensions, favor that answers when you ask with dignity. Budgeting discipline, the courage to tell your money where to go instead of searching for where it went. Envelopes, categories, and a simple, not this month, that keeps your future safe. Creative solutions, renting out what you don't use, bartering a skill, bundling services, trimming what doesn't serve your peace, building a small offering from what you already know. Do not despise humble asking. Asking is not weakness, it is wisdom in motion. Reach out to one trusted person and say, I'm making a solid plan. Can you stand with me? Contact a church or community resource. They exist for moments like this. Speak to a counselor or advisor who can steady your nervous system while you steady your numbers. Call the Utility Assistance Program before the shutoff notice, not after. You are not begging. You are partnering with the systems of mercy I have already placed around you. Adopt my daily bread mindset, not the whole year's fear in one mouthful, just today's portion with gratitude. Ask, what is the next faithful step? And take that step. Then rest. Tomorrow, ask again. This rhythm breaks the back of dread. Small obedience compounded becomes surprising provision. When you live like this, you will notice the pattern. I nudge, you move. I open, you enter. I supply, you steward. Panic spends, partnership multiplies. Stay with me here because I must protect what we are building. You are closer than you think to a clean turnaround. But there is one trap that will steal your breakthrough if you let it in. Desperation shortcuts. My child, stop right here. Don't rush. Don't click the next promise shaped like a lifeboat. I am putting my hand on your shoulder because I love you, not to control you, so I can protect what I'm building in you. Desperation disguises itself as rescue, but its price tag is hidden in the fine print of your future. Hear me. Shortcuts that come from panic will tax your peace long after they've touched your pocket. Name the traps so they lose their power. Predatory loans that smile at you with instant approval. Payday advances, title loans, cash for now with interest that eats next month alive. Risky schemes that guarantee returns no one can guarantee. Unverified get-rich invitations that ask for your money before you understand the model. Gambling hope, slots, scratch-offs, sports parlays, trading like a heartbeat at 2 a.m. Tiny chances dressed in loud lights, sweeping your rent into their odds. Borrowing from toxic sources, people who will remind you of what they did for you every time you say no, who use help as a hook. Signing what you haven't read because the clock is ticking. Ignoring contracts or terms because the relief feels near. Stacking buy now, pay later, like it's free when it's tomorrow's hunger multiplied. Apps that offer an advance with fees that drip like a leak you stop noticing. My child, these are not solutions. They are cages with shiny doors. Let me give you a simple filter for discernment. If it demands secrecy, it is not me. If it rushes you, decide now or lose everything. It is not me. If it shames you, only foolish people ask questions. It is not me. If it bypasses wisdom, no time to read, no space to ask counsel, no clear explanation, it is not me. If you cannot explain it simply to a trusted person, it is not me. If you feel smaller, scrambled, or split from your peace to say yes, it is not me. My way carries light. My opportunities can be examined without fear. My doors open without you breaking yourself to force them. Replace the counterfeit urgency with patience anchored in me. I can open a door without you burning your bridges. I can bring favor without you bending your integrity. When an offer arrives, slow your yes. Read the terms out loud. Sleep on it. Ask 3 questions. What is it really? How does it make money? What happens if it goes wrong? If answers blur, walk away. If clarity offends the seller, bless them and step back. You are allowed to disappoint hustlers to protect your future. You are allowed to say, I will not decide today. You are allowed to keep your yes holy. Here is a practice. When panic pitches a shortcut, breathe. Pray one sentence. God, protect my future peace. Then delay 24 hours. In that pause, ask me for counsel. Text the trusted friend. Calculate the true cost with fees and time. If the deal cannot survive honesty and daylight, let it die. Refusing desperation is not missing your moment. It is making room for clean provision to find you. I am not withholding good from you. I am guarding the good within you. When you refuse desperate shortcuts, you protect your future peace and open space for me to supply in ways that will not accuse you tomorrow. Hold your ground. Keep your name clean. I will meet you in the pause. And now, because I am building not just a rescue but a life, let me give you a longer-term rhythm so this season does not repeat. My child, this is where rescue becomes rhythm, not a flash of relief that fades by Friday, but a steady cadence that keeps your heart clear and your hands strong. Breakthrough is not only a moment, it's a rhythm that keeps you steady long after this bill is paid. For the next 30 days, we will walk in 3 beats with me as your metronome. Peace, plan, practice. First, set a simple weekly cadence. Choose one day and one time. Name it now. And put 4 small appointments on your calendar. 1 budget check-in, 15 minutes to compare plan to reality, adjust categories, and assign the next 7 days on purpose. 1 bill review, 10 minutes to scan due dates, schedule payments, and identify the one call you'll make if something is tight. 1 savings or goal micro step, move $5, $10, or $20 into a tiny buffer or toward a priority debt. If there is no extra, move a coin to a jar or an item to a sell list. Motion matters. 1 rest boundary, block an evening or a half day as no spend, low noise, phone down space with me, because rest restores judgment and preserves your progress. 4 touch points, every week with your future. Now build peace habits you can carry in your pocket. Before every unplanned spend, pause for 60 seconds. Breathe in, my presence, and ask, is this aligned with the plan? Is there a cheaper, later, or no version? 1 minute will save you from many hours of regret. Pray before major decisions. 10 slow seconds. God, lead my yes, guard my no, keep my name clean. And practice gratitude to disarm scarcity. Each night, name 3 provisions you noticed. Food on your table, a waived fee, a kind message, sunlight on your face. Gratitude doesn't deny need. It opens your eyes to my active help so panic loses its throne. Then wisdom habits to keep you honest and free. Track your spending for awareness, paper, notes, or a simple app. Snap receipts and total them once a day. Clarity is quieting. Automate minimums on anchors when possible to avoid late fees, and set reminders 3 days before anything drafts, so surprises become choices. Create a small buffer goal, $100 to $300 in 30 days if you can, named Peace Cushion. Round up transactions, set aside tips or small windfalls. Sell 1 unused item a week. Watch little streams become a pond that keeps emergencies from becoming crises. Finally, community habits so you do not carry this alone. Choose 1 accountability partner, someone safe and steady, and exchange a weekly 5-minute check-in. Plan, peace, 1 win, 1 need. Seek a financial coaching resource, non-profit counseling, a church program, a city agency. Book 1 free session. Let wise eyes shorten your path. Have honest conversations instead of silent dread. Tell your household the plan and the why. We're saying no to this for 30 days so we can say yes to peace. Ask your employer about available benefits or extra hours. Ask your landlord or lender early rather than late. Early truth opens doors. Late panic closes them. Today, choose your start day. Put the 4 weekly appointments on your calendar. Name your 60-second pause. Pick your tracking tool. Set one automation or reminder. Text your partner. Place a small jar or open a tiny savings space and label it peace. This is how you walk with me. Small, steady, honest. And now, because I know the whisper that still circles your mind at night, I will speak directly to the fear that says you won't make it. My child, listen to me now with your whole heart. You will not be crushed. Even if the numbers are tight, even if the calendar feels like it's chasing you, even if a due date is nearer than your next paycheck, your bills won't break you. Pressure is real, but it is not your destiny. Pressure is a weather pattern. Destiny is a promise. Pressure changes like clouds. My purpose over you is not moved by a storm. Stop right here. Breathe. Let the sentence sink until it lives in your bones. You will not be crushed. I saw the tears, the ceiling staring, the quiet fear at 2 a.m. I watched you rehearse conversations in the dark, counting costs that felt like cliffs, tracing numbers with your finger as if touching them could make them less sharp. I heard the prayers that had more exhale than words. I was there. I am here. I am with you in the call. I am with you in the interview. I am with you at the table. I am with you when you open the app. I am with you when you step into the office. I am with you when you knock on the door that needs an extension. I am not an idea floating above your life. I am the steady presence beside you, strengthening your spine, clearing your mind, softening your voice so favor can hear you. I have also seen how pressure has pressed on your relationships, how stress turned your tenderness brittle, how shame made you distant or defensive. You snapped because fear was loud. You went quiet because you thought silence was safer than honesty. Come back to gentleness. Say, I am under pressure, but I'm building a plan. I need patience, and here is how we can walk this together. Apologize for sharp edges. I will clothe you in dignity as you do. Invite one honest conversation at the table, what we can pause, what we are prioritizing, how each person can help. Do not barter your peace for appearance. Do not hide your plan because you feel small. Love becomes stronger, not weaker, when it learns to speak under weight. Feel me lift what you cannot carry alone. I am quieting your nervous system so your wisdom can work. Peace does not erase the math. It gives you eyes to see options you missed. Remember the original promise. Your bills won't break you. I am training resilience, not rehearsing ruin. You are learning a courage that will serve you long after this month ends. Measured breath, clear yes, clean no, steady steps. Now respond. Do not wait for the feeling to change before you move with me. Declare your refuge. Say out loud, God, you are my safe place and my steady help. Put your hand on your heart and agree with me. I will not be crushed. Then take one wise step today. The call, the plan, the pause, the message, the small payment, the listing, the ask. I will meet you in motion. I will multiply your obedience. You are not alone, not for a second. Walk forward with me. My child, stay with me for one more minute. Stop right here. Don't rush. Don't scroll. This is the turning of the path, the breath that becomes a way forward. Choose peace first, right now, before you return to the day. Put your hand on your heart and say it out loud. Peace first. Panic is not my leader. I receive your calm. Breathe once more. Feel your shoulders lower. Feel your mind clear. This minute is small, but it is holy because it decides which voice will lead your next step. Now declare your refuge. Speak it and let the room hear you. God is my safe refuge. If you can, write it where your eyes will meet it. Thank you for holding my hand. Type it, post it. Let your own hands agree with your mouth. And share this with one person carrying silent bill stress, the one who smiles in public and counts in secret. Send them this lifeline and tell them, you are not alone. Peace first. Today we move in micro commitments. One call to make. Name it now. Who needs to hear from you? The utility, the lender, the employer, the client. Put the number in your phone and set a time. Today. One bill to list. Pull it out of hiding and write the real number with the real date. Looking is courage. And one expense to pause. Choose the thing that keeps nibbling at your peace and say, not this week. 3 tiny turns, 3 open doors. This is partnership in motion. If this message is helping you and you want to help us carry it farther, you can support the channel in the way available to you, not out of pressure, not to buy favor, but as a seed of gratitude and a hand on the rope for someone else. Whether you can or cannot, you are equally loved. Your value to me is not a transaction, it is a relationship. Now anchor this minute into your next hour. Text your accountability partner, I chose peace. My one call is set for time. Hold me to it. Put a note on your door, peace, then plan. When fear circles back, answer with the sentence we built together. I am not crushed, I am guided. When offers appear, slow your yes. When dread visits, return to breath and say, refuge. This is not complicated, it is consistent. This moment was arranged. I stepped into your timeline on purpose. You did not stumble here by accident. Heaven timed this pause so your next decision would be clean. You are not alone. I am with you in the call, in the message you send, in the silence you choose instead of an impulse. Walk forward with me, peace, then wisdom, then provision. Say it once more so your day remembers. Peace first. God is my safe refuge. One wise action today. And now, rise. We have a path.